welcome to Dill Billy HQ right there. Be sure to unmute. You probably can't hear that, but read the chat. Unmute, follow the channel here on Amazon. If you're watching anywhere else, I think I'm streaming to like 5 or 6 different locations. Feel free to say hello in the chat. I'm going to bring up the chat here so I can see it, both on my computer and on Amazon. So if you've never been checked out Amazon Live before, welcome. This is where influencers have access to go live on Amazon, talk about the products that are in the carousel, either to your left, to your right, your up, your down, wherever it is, however it displays on your screen. And I'll go through kind of each one of these products, talk about a little bit. If you have some questions, let me know. But I'm going to be showing the studio a little bit today. So I got a little studio shot here so I can show you all my little nerdy setup tech stuff. So I'll kind of talk about how I utilize this space for several different reasons. Podcasting, live streaming, obviously here, and then also shooting short form video for product companies and things like that. So here on Amazon, for Amazon. So yeah, it's a lot of fun, and we're gonna have some fun. We're gonna have some fun. So be sure, if you're listening or watching on Amazon, you say hello, and if you're watching anywhere else, say hello in the chat, and hopefully I catch it. I'm going live in several different places, and if you are watching somewhere else and you want to check out the Amazon Live channel, just go to dillbilly.live, and I think you should be able to find it somewhere right there, or go to amazon.com/live. And you'll see a whole bunch of other influencers like me going live. But find me, okay? So find me over there, dillbilly.live, and I'm going. So I see some people jumping in. So yeah, I just moved into this new studio space, and and so far so good. My wife painted this back wall for me, hung some sound panels, and put some lights on there. So really a pretty simple setup. But then I have all this other gear that I work with, and so I'll kind of go through it with you and share my setup and kind of how I utilize it and some of my favorite products. However, I do want to mention that Mono is a sponsor of the stream. They've sponsored the stream, so we want to shout out to those guys. Mono, they specialize in audio gear, so podcasting, live streaming gear. I want to talk about some of their stuff today to kick the show off and show you a couple of those things. And then also, Shure has sent us a lot of stuff as well, so we really appreciate those guys hooking it up, sending some stuff over. I'm a big fan of both of these companies, and they both serve a purpose, and a couple different budget realms as well. So it's kind of nice to have different options when you're doing this kind of stuff. So anyway, all right, let's jump right in. Let's start talking about. Oh, and I'm using a new microphone. Let's see. Let me jump over here. I don't know if you can see this or not. Actually, you know what? I have another camera. Let's do this camera. So this is a boom mic here. I'm gonna go to it. I'm gonna talk about it first, because if it doesn't sound great, you guys can tell me in the chat, and I'll switch over to a different mic. I've been messing with this one. So this is an XLR shotgun microphone, so you can kind of see it there. I just have it boomed over with a regular pole here, or regular mic stand, and it's right out of frame, so you can't really, you can't even see it. It's like literally right, I'm touching it right now. You can't really see it from any of the shots, which is good. And this is used for multiple different things. You could do it like what I'm using it for right now, which is live streaming. So you don't have this big microphone. So normally, if I'm podcasting or live streaming or something, I have the Shure SM7B. And by the way, any products I talk about today or show are more than likely in the carousel. So if you have a question of like, what is that mic boom arm, or what is this, just leave it in the chat, and I'll go check it out. What's up to my buddy Monty over here? Monty Weaver actually inspired me to do this live show today, because I caught him earlier showing off his studio stuff. Now, he is an Amazon influencer. You see that little blue check mark. Be sure to check him out, follow him. And he has a dope studio. He specializes in a lot of techie gear as well, and those PTZ cameras are crazy. So he has them like following him around, and he's one of those guys. Like, I just set mine up manually and try. So I'm using Sony ZV-1s. So Monty, let me know how this microphone sounds, man. I'll show it to you. I don't know if you were here or not. Wrong one. There you go. So this is the Synco boom mic. They sent this over pretty cool. I mean, you gotta have phantom power, so it is like a condenser microphone, so it does require additional power. And I just have it running right into my Rodecaster Pro. Right there, you can see the levels jumping. So just turn on phantom power, and crank it up. Now, one thing I like about this microphone is if you're traveling with it, if you're going to use it out in the field, and if my wife is watching, no, that is not an actual field. That is just means you're using it outside your studio. Then it comes with this really nice carry case as well. So it actually came in here. It's got the little pigtail if you actually use it on a real like boom arm for film or whatever. But you can use it for multiple things. Like I'm using it here. Hopefully it sounds good. And I'm using it, maybe out in the field, but really I'm just going to use it in studio. But you can use it in studio. You could use it for voiceover work. You could use it for, I don't know what else, whatever you want to. I mean, but it's going to pick up more room noise. Okay. So it's not going to be like a podcast mic. Like if I turn this one on, this is where I start getting a little too nerdy. So this is like super directional. So it's pointed right kind of toward my chest, my mouth, my chin, whatnot. And so this is a condenser mic, so it's going to pick up, it's going to be more sensitive. Okay. And then on the backs and sides, like behind it and to the side, it's going to cut out a lot of that noise, but it's still way more sensitive. So if I switch over to this microphone, now I am talking through the Shure SM7B. Now this is a dynamic microphone, so it's a little bit closer. You're probably like, oh wow, that sounds a lot better. A little bit warmer tonality, all that kind of stuff. So this is like, I will say a very popular dynamic microphone for podcasters. We're going to talk about a slew of them. But anyway, that's the difference. I don't know why I even get into that. However, I'm going to switch over to this one because I want the freedom to kind of move around a little bit. I can't really move out of this vicinity. If I get way far back, you can tell. But anyway, they sent this over to me. Once again, this is the Senko Mic D2 is the name of it. And it's pretty, I'm going to say it's going to give some of these really popular shotgun microphones a run for its money. So once again, if anybody's just joining, you can check it out in the carousel. But I'm just talking about this microphone right here. And this is with the wind cover on it. Now you can actually take that off and use it as well. And let me know what you guys think about that creepy bird back there. Somebody sent that to me. I should have put it in the carousel in case anybody loves it. Actually, just let me know. I'll send it to you. So anyway, let's jump into it. Let's talk about some of these wireless microphones. So when you're podcasting, or maybe you're out in the field, once again, it's outside the studio, you might need to hook in a couple of wireless microphones to your camera or whatnot and be able to have more control. Now, I'm typically using either these or I have the Rode Wireless Go 2s, which I don't have in the carousel. I'm usually have one clipped onto my shirt and I'm doing these live streams with it. Now, the reason why I'm testing this out as the boom arm is because this just looks better. Like my friend Mikey Hayes makes Kapenakai stuff. Like this just looks cooler than having this thing hanging down on my shirt and all that kind of stuff. And I like to wear t-shirts, and these microphones sometimes will just kind of flop around and get stuck in there and mess with the audio. So I'm testing this out, but if I'm going out and I'm doing, and I don't really do this that much, so I'm kind of speaking a little bit out of my league. I've done it a couple times. If I go do client work or I'm shooting for somebody else, or maybe I'm going to record something and there's two people talking, this is going to be a really good kit to use. So this is, and I'm going to move some stuff around here. This is the Mono, the dual wireless microphone system. So this is pretty cool. It comes with the charging case, which I really like. The Rode Wireless Go 2s do not do that, but this actually comes with its own charging case, and it doesn't look like I've charged it up because I don't see any light indicators here. But anyway, you have two transmitters and then you have one receiver. So you just plug this into your camera, your computer. This has a 3.5 millimeter output. Plug that right in, and then you can also monitor, which I like that as well. You can monitor this audio, and typically you want to be monitoring your audio. I'm being a little rebellious today and not doing that. But anyway, so if you had person one, so interviewer, and then interviewee, and then this would go to your main source to capture the audio. Really cool device. And these like hook right onto your shirt, so you can just clamp it right there. And now I could talk through this and it would work it would send the signal to the receiver right to my device, either my computer. Oh, I guess I did charge this case. It's now telling me I charged it. So anyway, so there you go, and there's the charging case. And this comes with a plethora of stuff. Now, this is not normal for a company to give you microphones and a ton of accessories. That's typically upsells, but these guys include it all. So you get the 3.5 millimeter. It's TRRS on one side, and then just the regular stereo on the other. So this is going to include the microphone and stereo. So anyway, then it includes the lavalier, 2 of those, so 1 for each microphone, the charging cable for the box, and 2 of these dead cats or wind covers for the microphone if you're outside in really windy conditions. That's going to do that as well. So anyway, there's the whole kit for that. And once again, Mono sent all this stuff over I'm going to be talking about here in the next few minutes for me to check out. And I'm a big fan of this kit right here. So if you're looking for a good budget-friendly kit, and I'm going to put this in the carousel. Let me switch over. And by the way, anything that's in the carousel I'm talking about, I'm going to try to remember to highlight it. I need like a little assistant in here to help me remember to do that. And it also comes with a carry case as well, so you can see that. I forgot that, but that's what all the stuff it comes with. Really cool system. It's very comparable to the Rode Wireless Go system as well. So yeah, I love the charging case and all the accessories. They crush it when it comes to sending you all the accessories. Now, another product they sent over to me is the Cardioid Dynamic USB XLR microphone. If you're new to like podcasting or live streaming or something of that nature, this microphone is great for the price. So I did not organize these very well in the carousel. I don't even know if I have this one in the carousel. I'm going to have to go see if I do. Let me see. Oh yeah, here it is. Here it is. So and this is on sale right now. It's 23% off. It's $66.99. If I was going to give a gift to somebody that wants to maybe get into podcasting or live streaming, wants better audio into their computer, I'm going to give them this. I'm going to give them this setup. So one, it comes with the mic, and you can see there on/off button. You can turn up the volume, down, up and down, control the volume from there. It's USB-C or XLR. So if they have an interface like the Rodecaster Pro or something like that, they can easily put it to that as well. And then it has where you can monitor your headphone out. So this thing is really cool, and it comes with this pop filter. So any plosives like Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers, the pa sounds, that's going to take care of that. Let's see, we got Monty says sounds good. I'll have to check that one out. He's talking about this microphone up above me, and then Computer Pal Inc. also with a blue check mark. Thanks for joining me. Now that's nice. So really appreciate that. So yeah, this is pretty cool. Nice little setup here that they've sent over. And this would definitely be a go-to. This reminds me, I have like a ATR 2100 that I started podcasting with. Very, very similar dynamic microphone, so it's going to need to be a little bit closer, but it's going to do the trick. So if you want to just level up your audio, period, on your computer, I'd check that out. So that's in the carousel. It's highlighted right now. And then and it comes with a stand and everything, which is kind of crazy. And this is all adjustable, and you can take it apart, store it. Oh, and in Mono fashion, man, I'm sorry if I'm talking a lot, like super fast. I just drank an energy drink a little while ago. So it comes with the XLR cable. So in the chance that you do want to upgrade and get an interface, you already have the cable. That's saving you some money right there. And then also it comes with the USB-C cable as well. And let me look on the box, because we've had this thing in and out of the box a bunch, so let me make sure I didn't miss anything that it comes with. I think I got it all. Yep. Okay, cool. And that'll work on Mac or PC or anything. I've used it on my Mac a bunch, so pretty cool. All right, we got Tiffany started following. Woo! Tiffany, I don't know what sound this is going to make. I think it's going to make a clapping sound. I'm not 100% sure. Hopefully that was a clap and not one of those wah 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 sounds. So appreciate that. So that's a couple products like mics from Mono, but then they also sent me over this Monocaster. Now I have a Rodecaster that's made by Rode, and I think that's in the carousel too. We can talk about it. I actually put this as an audio interface. I put the whole the microphone and the headphones in there. Now, I don't have the microphone or the headphones, but I thought it was like a really good deal. So I was like, okay, well, maybe I can hook you up, find a good deal for you. So let's open this bad boy up here and check this out real quick. So this is also going to be good for like podcasting or music production if you want to. Now, I'll show you this just so you can kind of see this computer mobile streaming setup. A lot of different connectivity with your phone. You can connect a couple smartphones to it, a couple microphones, or you can do music recording with it as well. So if you're going to be live streaming, podcasting, or if you're going to be in the studio making some music, lots of different configurations. If you're familiar with it, then you know. If you're not, you can learn. And once again, it comes with all these great accessories. So that's pretty nice. I mean, it's nice that they include those for you. Now let me get the actual device out and show this to you. Now, what I love about this device is not that big. Let's see. This is my iPhone 12 sitting right beside of it. So this thing compared to, let's see here. Let's jump over here and compare it to my Rodecaster. Let me change this camera real quick. So we'll just do like a little side-by-side comparison to the Rodecaster Pro. Very much smaller than that. So as you can tell, it's like a I don't know, maybe a little bit bigger than like a quarter, like two. I don't know how. I'm not very good at fractions, so I'm gonna stop pretending to say quarter and all that stuff. It's not. It's smaller. It's much smaller. Very skitty. You can throw this thing in your bag. The cool thing is it's rechargeable, so you can just charge it up, and then you can see there I have nothing plugged in, so there's no cables whatsoever plugged into this device, and yet I got power, and I could plug in this microphone that we already talked about. I can plug that right in here, and so this is cool because this is a dual jack. So this is going to take a 1/4 inch. So that's going to be like a guitar cable, if you will, or it's going to take an XLR cable. So that's like the microphone cable I just showed you. That's going to be able to take either one of those. Then you also have another 1/4 inch here. That's just it says instrument. Now this will do either one in the instrument cable, and then you can set the mic settings. So you can see there it says like, can you see there? Yeah, it says like dynamic, condenser. Then you have a 3.5 millimeter mic too. I'm not a huge fan of these mics with 3.5 millimeter. I'm not gonna lie. I don't know why they do that. I've just like nixed that. But anyway, then you have aux in, speaker out, live outputs, all 3.5 millimeter. I don't know, probably not the greatest, but once again, if you've been podcasting and live streaming for a while, this might not be the device for you. But if you're just getting started, then I would totally recommend this. So pretty cool. And then you have a lot of functionality on the front. You can change all the low, mid, highs, instrument levels, pitch, monitor levels, a bunch of sound pads here, as you can see on the bottom, some reverb effects, sidechain, denoise, loopback. A lot of options for the new Podcaster. And then also, this is kind of cool. This little light button here will turn the lights on and off. So if you want to use it but not have all the lights on, then you can do that as well. So that's pretty cool. And you turn these little knobs, and it's pretty durable. I mean, as far as the build and stuff, it's not like super heavy, but I'm like, cool, dude. If I just started podcasting, I would take this, and I just put this in my go bag, take it with me, hit the road, so I don't have to carry this big old Rodecaster around. So if you're looking for something that's portable, easy to use, then this might be something for you. I see my guy Eliu from Belize hanging out in the Facebook chat. Appreciate you, Eliu. Just showing off some products here on Amazon. So if you go to dillbilly.live, you can check that out. If you're watching on Amazon, feel free to say hello in the chat. And I'm gonna mess with my iPad for 1 second here and just turn off the sleep mode because it just keeps going to sleep on me. So let me just turn that off real quick. Auto lock. Let's go to never. And awesome. All right, let's see what else is in that carousel. I'm just going to get back to the front of the line. And once again, if you have any questions about anything that's in that carousel, feel free to jump over into the Amazon chat and ask to see whatever questions you have. Now let's jump into a couple solar power stations. These are So we'll stop talking about audio. I got plenty of audio stuff coming up, but we'll talk about these solar power stations. Now this company that I'm about to show you, Rockpals, they sent this over to me several months ago, and then they sent me several of them. So this is the 600 watt Rockpals solar power station, and I'm going to show you what this looks like here. Let me grab this shot here, and and this thing is so cool. And the reason why I love it is this is a 600 watt power bank essentially. So think about a big giant battery that you can recharge anything you want to, like phones, your computer, the Rodecaster. You can power it. I mean, you can power a ton of stuff with this. And Rockpals in particular, I love their design because they are really flexible with the types of solar panels you can use and the companies that you can use them with. And so they have these couple different inputs here. You can charge this thing a few different ways. So you can do AC power right in, and they include the charger. You can also, so you can plug it into your wall. You can trickle charge it, and they include the cigarette lighter adapter. So you can plug it into your car on your way to your camping trip or whatever, and you can check that out. So that's two ways. The third way is these Anderson plugs, so you can hook a solar panel to it, and there's lots of variety of solar panels out there. Now, Rockpals does have their own. I put them right here. I have the 100 watt and really love it, so it's pretty amazing. But they do have the Anderson plugs here, which are compatible with a lot of different places. So that's, what, three ways? So the cigarette lighter, the AC wall charger, and the Anderson plug. And then you jump over here to this. This is a 60 watt PD USB C input. So this is an input output, and you can plug this into there and you can charge it that way. So that's four ways. And then the fifth way is you can do the PD quick charge and the AC wall charger at the same time and charge this thing like super fast. So that's all the input ways that you can do it. Now output, let's go ahead and turn this thing on and just long press hold. This is going to give you a nice big display here. And I'm actually going to grab, you got to be careful of that microphone. I'm going to grab my phone and show you how this works. So you can just plug in USB, and then we can turn this on, and you'll see that power up. Now immediately it starts showing you the output wattage. Now if I had input wattage coming in, so if I was, if I had a solar panel connected here and it was in the sunlight, it would show me right here input and output, which is pretty cool. So anyway, then is more output. You got 12 volt. This is the cigarette lighter thing here, a couple barrel style 12 volts output, the display, and then USB. So you have a few different USB ports, USB A, and then that quick charge. Now you might be saying, well, how do I charge something else with the AC power? And that is on the back here. So this is the 110 volt each. So you got that 110 volt, 600 watt, and you have three of those, which is pretty cool. Now what I love about this unit is how it's flat. Now I have several of these that the company sent over to me, but I love that this is flat. So if you want to stack stuff, store stuff on top of it, what have you, you can do that as well. Now I actually had the 500 watt as well. I think I put it in the carousel, the 500 watt. And it's on a little special right now. It's 22% off, so you can check that out. And I actually gave it to my father-in-law for Christmas. I love that thing, but the handle on it I didn't really love because it was, it stuck up and you couldn't really store stuff on top of it. But as far as the unit, it's very similar. Functionality is very similar. It's just 100 watts less of power. But I have, owned that one for a while. And so anyway, you can check that one out too if you are saying, well, maybe I don't want one as big or with as much power. I don't know why you would just get this one. Throw this one in the cart. This thing is awesome. And also, I have the, let's see if we can find it in this here as well. Where did I put it? I have a couple more of these, but also I have the 1300 watt. Now this thing, and I don't have it, I don't have it with me. I actually let a friend of mine borrow it, but this is the 1300 watt. Now this is rated to charge a 25 cubic square foot refrigerator, like a little side by side, just like a common side by side, for about 15 hours. So power outage, snowstorm, hurricane, you know, whatever that looks like for you. Or if you're going on a long extended trip, maybe you won't have access to recharge. You know, you could get something like, you know, this big. Now my friend Emily, she actually borrowed it, and she does some events, like live events. So she has a booth, and she connected. I don't know how many lights. I don't know what her setup is, but anyway, she was like, "Hey, I could run lights and everything, my whole setup for like 6 hours off of this, no problem at all, and you know, continue to run her business and sell pottery and all that kind of fun stuff." So once again, you know, if you're camping, power outage, emergency stuff, this one is pretty big. Now I will say, I mean, obviously I'm just holding the box here, but that one's pretty hefty. You're gonna need, you might need another person to help you. It does have nice carry handles on it, so it's not like impossible to carry by yourself, but it is heavy. I mean, even these little ones are heavy. So let me go ahead and turn this off. But yeah, you might need some help with that big one. That might not be a solo rider for you there if you need some help, if you got some back stuff going on. Let's see what else we got. What else we got going on? So I get a couple of all powers in there as well. I got the 700 watt. Yeah, I'll just talk about those really quickly. Now these things are pretty small. The 700 watt is this one. So this is the 700 watt. You got a couple plugs up here. You got a flashlight. Let me see if this thing will, see if I can get this thing to turn on, if I got it charged up or not. But anyway, you got a flashlight here. You got the Anderson plugs, input, same thing, DC power out. You have a couple DC outputs on this side, USB. Really cool design. Let me see if I can turn. You know what? I bet I didn't charge this thing back up. Oops. So I used it all. So there, it works. But anyway, you can plug in the AC power, all that kind of stuff. These things are really neat to have. You might think, well, I don't need one because maybe I'm only going to use it in an emergency situation. I carry these things around and plug stuff into them. So like I do a lot of demo videos, things like that, and so I carry them around. I plug stuff into them. I plug accessories into them, fans into them. Instead of hauling an extension cord around the house and pulling stuff through, I just plug stuff into this. So pretty cool. And then here's the little All Powers 300 watt. Now this thing's on a special. It looks like it's about 32% off. So from $229.99 to $156.39. So if you're just looking for a power bank, and this thing's cool too because it'll charge your phone. On top, it's designed to charge your phone on the top there. And then once again, you got your USB outs, your DC outs. What else you got? You got the flashlights here. Let's see if I can get this one to work. There we go. Yeah, there you go. And this is cool too. Nice big display. Let me turn this off. Nice big display on this one. There we go. As well. So even on the little one, and that's going to be similar on the bigger one as well. It's going to show you all your input, output wattage, all that fun stuff. But this one is like a little lunchbox. Okay, it doesn't weigh that much. This would be great for a small, you know, like a few days in the woods or like a little hike, or just to keep it with you if you're in your car for the beach or something. I don't know. I mean, you can use this thing for anything if you want to stay powered up. So pretty cool. And once again, All Power sent these over to me to check out, and I'm a big fan of all these little power banks. So stay charged. Anderson plugs, input, DC input as well. So if you're looking for little power banks, man, I got all kinds of them to recommend to you. And I'll talk about one more. I'm gonna talk about one more because this one was just sent to me. So let me jump over here real quick. And I don't know too much about it except for that it looks pretty stinking awesome, and it works very similar to the other ones that we've talked about. Now this is more of like a touch screen design. You can see that nice big, you heard the fan kick on just a second there, but this is a nice big display, output wattage. Now this one shows you the hours. You know what? I'm gonna do this overhead shot. This one shows you the hours right here. So if I plug in my phone to USB A1, it's going to start charging that. Now what I need to do is turn on DC power here so I can, come on. Let me press and hold. There we go. And then turn on DC power. It shows you the display, and now it activated this section of the of the unit. So you can do DC power, and then it's going to show you how many hours that this can charge at that amount of wattage. So it kind of does the math for you. It gives you a little guess. Once again, you can do charging port, just the regular one. They send this to you. They send you the cigarette lighter for your car to trickle charge it, the wall charger, and the USB-C 2. This is a PD 100 watt. This is in and out. So just like the Rock Pals, you can put both of these in at the same time and charge way quicker with those. Then you have the output, DC 12 volt 10 amp, and then you also have the cigarette lighter style output or marine style, and then 2 of these AC pure sine wave AC outputs as well. And then the cool part, now this, by the way, this right here, it looks leather, but this is actually a rubber material. I thought it was going to be leather, but it's rubber. And then on the back, you have a flashlight. So you have bright, dim, then you have like this emergency flashing light. And how you activate those is you just short tap all this stuff on the front here. And then if you want to turn on the AC power, you can do that. Now what I like about this is it shows you everything that's activated. So if you're not using something, you want to turn it off, then you can easily do that as well. So pretty cool setup, pretty cool device, and then you just long press, hold, and turn it off, and you're all done. So pretty neat little power station. They just sent this over for me to check out. So I literally just made a video about it the other day, a little shoppable, and I'm excited to continue using it. And it looks cool too. You know, it looks pretty cool. Probably one of my favorite designs so far when it comes to power banks. All right, cool. Well, if you're just joining, I am multi-streaming on a lot of platforms. So if you want to come over to Amazon and check it out and see what that's all about, I am in part of the Amazon Live Influencer Program. We get access to go live here on Amazon and talk about different products. I work with a lot of brands. So a lot of brands you're seeing tonight are companies who've sent me over products to make videos about on our channel. Go to dillbilly.live. You can check that out. So anyway, cool. Let's keep moving. Let me see what else is in this carousel. And anything that I'm talking about is probably highlighted in the product carousel near you. And I'm just kind of showing some stuff here in my studio so you can see my studio. I got all kinds of stuff going on. One thing that I will mention that I like a lot is my Elgato low profile boom arm. So this thing is pretty cool. I can just easily fold it, push it out of my way. Now this probably sounds a little rattly, but it's this desk. This desk came with this office when I rented it, and it's 7 feet. Just to give you perspective, it's 7 feet long and like 3.5 feet wide that way. So it's a massive desk. This monitor is 24 inches. So if that gives you any idea of how big this desk is, so this thing wouldn't clip onto here because it's all beveled edged. Anyway, that might be something to mention. Like with any of the stuff that clips on your desk or clamps and screws on, you might want to consider, you know, like a flat desk, like a flat edge, not rounded edge. Because anyway, all right, enough of that. So anyway, this thing is cool. Like a ton of functionality. Now, one thing about it is this cord. You got to kind of keep in mind where it is. I'll look at this camera. You got to keep in mind where you're moving because you don't want to wrap this up too much. But this is a lot of flexibility. And then also this right here will come up and down. So if you wanted to stand up, and then you can adjust this as well. And there you go. You got a really nice tall stand. Now this doesn't move. This just stays flat and just spins around like so. But a lot of functionality. And even, you know, getting this thing, I thought, well, is this going to be like a big pain? Because, you know, is it too much with my keyboard? And it's honestly, it doesn't really get in the way. Like if I was podcasting and I still needed to get to my keyboard, then I can still do that. And if I want to get it out of the way, I just simply decide which way I want to push it out of the way, or, you know, I can even, well, my stuff's in the way, but I can like basically make it flat like this and push it to the other side, and it's completely out of my way. And the cool thing about it is the cable management as well. So you can come here. Let's see, where's this thing at in the carousel? There we go. You can come here. You can actually take this off and run your cables through here. Now this is magnetized. It does, if you get this in a pinch, this thing does pop out. They're pretty strong, but it's a little bit annoying if you get this cable all twisted. But you just got to be mindful of how you're going to move it, and then you can just simply move that thing just like that out of your way or whatnot. So I keep it here mounted. I'm going to grab something real quick. So I keep it here, keep it mounted all the time. It's pretty cool. So that's that little Elgato Wave microphone arm. Speaking of another Elgato device, let's jump over here real quick. This is the Elgato Stream Deck. If you're wondering how is this guy just switching to all of these cameras as fast as he can, this Stream Deck is what I'm doing that with. As you can see here, I've programmed this with different scenes. So this was my opening, and then this is the front-facing scene, overhead, that camera, and then this phone that's connected. And then I also have like, let's see. I also have like finish, pause. You can do all that stuff. And then on this one, I got the 15 key, and I should have got a bigger one. However, they included where you can go in and do all the pages. So the cool thing about this is I have this set up with quick like hotkeys in my Stream Deck software, so I can actually go in and all these are different websites. So I can go in and just fire these off when I go to when I get on my computer every day and need to check certain things. So I go to the same websites almost every day. And this one is actually one key I press, and then it will fire off one page, and then that page is a trigger for another page, and that page is a trigger for another page. So I can do that, or I can manually set up where I can you push those, whenever I want. So anyway, it's more than just what I'm using it for video. You can use it with your whole system and be able to control a lot of different things. You can control your lights with this. If you have like a smart light thing like Stream Deck, the software is pretty crazy. I mean, you can just do all kinds of crazy stuff with it. So you can see there I have another show with stuff set up. And then you have different profiles. So if I'm not going to do it, but I can go into the software and I can select a different profile. So I have one for my fishing show, one for my live stream, one for my podcast. I get a lot of different ones that I can use. So if you're looking for, something video or audio, like where you can just quick change over, this thing is great. And you can see it fits really, really nice on my desk. And it's pretty small. There it is compared to my keyboard. And so, and I don't really find that I miss switch a lot. I do on occasion, but it's typically when I'm working for somebody else, I mess up. Never for myself, just for somebody else. So anyway, if you're looking for, something like that, Elgato Stream Deck, looks like it's on sale for $130.34. Talked a little bit about the Shure microphone. This one right here. This is legendary. Thriller. Michael Jackson's Thriller was recorded on this. A lot of podcasts, podcasters use this microphone. It's fairly iconic. I put it in there because, one, I do love this microphone. I bought this myself. Sure did not send it over. They sent a lot of other microphones over, but this one I purchased by myself, and really love this thing, man. It is a workhorse. It's awesome. It looks great on camera, which is what I really like about it, but it also sounds really good as well. And maybe it's a little nostalgic, and maybe I just want to be like everyone else that's good at podcasting, but I don't know. Anyway, I really like it, and for people who want it, or maybe this is a dream microphone, I saw that it was on sale for $359, so I was like, well, here might be your chance to get a little deal on that. Let's see what else we got. Let's talk about this mic real quick. So this is the Shure. Let me pick the right one. This is the Shure MV7X. So I want to make sure I go over here and check this out. Make sure I got the right one in my hand, which I think I do. I just want to double check. I got several of these. So anyway, this is the X. So this is the XLR. There's nothing else here. So you only get XLR. So you got to have an interface, Rodecaster Pro, the mono device we talked about, Scarlett 2i2, something like that. PodTrack P4, something to get your your XLR cable into your computer. And this thing is on sale right now for 28% off. It's $161. I thought it was a really good price. That's why I threw it in the carousel. I was like, okay, that's really cool. I use this for my podcast right now. I have a guest that comes in, or a co-host that comes in, sits in my studio, and this is the microphone that we use right alongside of the SM7B. And as far as internals, very, very similar. Maybe even I've heard the same internals, just a different, different like setup as far as like the wind cover and stuff like that. But you can see this, and then you can see this here. Let me pull this off. So the only big difference is this has a little bit. I'm just beating this desk up, which I'm sure this microphone is not happy about. But there's like a little bit more space of this frame, of this diaphragm, than this diaphragm. So a lot of people, what they'll do is they'll grab one of the wind covers for the 7B and they'll put it on the MV7. So maybe that works for you. Maybe it's a little bit more of a budget friendly thing. But anyway, I just want to share that. Not a lot of difference under the hood, just a lot of difference when it's talking about the actual mic and the build of the mic and the diaphragm of the mic. But anyway, so this is on sale right now. Check that out if you're looking for an XLR microphone. That's a good price on that. So I just want to mention that. Let's see what else we got going on here. Oh man, I'm gonna take a little drink of water. Be sure to say hello in the chat. What's up, Gary Jones Jr.? Thanks for following. I don't know what button this is. I hope this is a clap. I hope that was a clap, a cheer, and not a, I should listen. I should listen. I'm not going to, though. It's too much fun. All right, let's see what else we got going on. Let's see what else is in this carousel. We talked about all the solar generators, all the solar banks, the Shure Aonic 40s. Those are a good price. Let's see. Let me tap on that. Those are a really good price as well. Shure sent these over. Super cool headphones. One thing I like about Shure's products, and this is a lot of their mics, a lot of their USB stuff, anything that kind of connects to your phone via Bluetooth or connects through USB. They have like Shure Motive apps, so they have different apps for the phone that you can go in and literally customize everything. So this is, I think for these, it's called Shure Plus, and it's an app, and you can go in and literally control all of your EQ and everything. So I'll put these on, let you see how they look. Super comfortable. I wear these in the studio, listen to music. I don't really podcast with over-the-head or over-the-ear headphones on, but these are really nice noise-canceling headphones. They look pretty good. I like them. They're comfortable. They come with a nice carry case. They come with a wire, so if you do want to use a wire, you can. And then they also come with a charging cable for them as well. So, and then they fold up real nice. So if you're traveling, doing any of that, and you want to fold them up and put them into, I'll let you see me struggle, put them into the case. There you go. So that's how they get back into the case. Really cool headphones, and a lot of functionality within their app. And I'll probably say that about 50 more times as I talk about Shure products, because it's one of my favorite things that they do is not only build really good products, but they build really good, software as well to get more functionality out of those. And speaking of, let's see, I'll talk about this little Shure. I've talked a lot about interfaces. So this next one, if you are a solo podcaster, solo streamer, solo Zoom caller, you're on Zoom meetings and you want to use a microphone like the Shure MV7, then you can, or if you even want to use this dynamic microphone that I have here, or this condenser microphone that I have here, you can use this Shure MVI audio interface. Now, the cool thing about this is, once again, it's software. So once you get into the software, you're going to see a lot of these symbols be the same. Here's a volume adjustment. Here's your headphones. So you can do headphones, or you can do a mic. You can do headphones. You can adjust the volume. And this is really cool because it's a XLR and it's a quarter inch. So if you want to plug an instrument to it, or if you want to plug your microphone into it, it's going to be for a solo device. So it's only going to be one or the other. But then you can also plug your headphones into there, and then here's your USB to run it, USB micro to run it right into your computer. So if you're looking for an interface, but you're like, I don't know that I need something with a bunch of connections, maybe you want to check this out. Pretty cool device there. Now, if you don't want any interface, any connections, then this next device, I'm a little crazy about it. I think every creator, content creator, vlogger should consider this. And I'm going to show you how it rolls out. I typically wait until last to show you this. But this is the creator or the MV88 Plus video kit. Now this thing is awesome. I use this with my phone to shoot video all the time. I'm just going to pull out the elements that it has. So it has a phone clip here. It has the MV88 microphone that I'll show you how that connects in a second. And then it also has the clip for the mic here. And then once again, this comes with software. So the software, you can set this up to where this microphone will pick up a lot of different angles. So it'll either go like super wide or super condensed. Actually, I gotta remove my phone camera because this is the tripod it comes with. This Manfrotto and Shure got together, and this is the Manfrotto Pixie tripod. And this thing is pretty cool, adjustable. You just press that button in, and then it locks. Really nice tripod there. So what you do is you basically just connect this to here, and then you can slide on your microphone. I'm gonna try not to get too detailed. If you guys have questions about this, feel free to ask me over in the Amazon chat. But this thing is super cool. And then it comes with the cables to hook to an iPhone or an Android. And then you can just connect this to there and then take your phone. You guys know how it works. Open this up, clamp it in there, plug it in, and now you're off to the races. So now this is the whole video kit here. I'm just going to open this up. I'm going to show you the app real quick because I'm a nerd. I just like it. I just like this. Sure. Now they have Motive. It's called Motive Video, or they have Motive Audio. And that's MOTIV, and it's video or audio. And I always just do the video one because that's what I'm into. So you can see that Motive Video. Now the cool thing about this is, one, this works just like every other camera. So you can do like a wide angle. You can do different. It's gonna take a second to load here. You can do like ultra wide, so you can see that. So if I was doing ultra wide, and anyway, so you can jump in there. You can change all the settings. You can do wide, ultra wide, 60 frames per second, 1080p, 720p, all that. But what I want to show you is inside of this. Let's see if you can see it. Yeah, so this is the. Let me see if you can see it this way better. So anyway, this is the software that you get when you buy this. So you can set all the gain up. There's different presets, so you can see those emblems I was telling you about. And when you change those, if you look here, this is going to show you the diagram of the angle. So you get 75%. You can do 90, and this is all stereo, 105. Whatever. Or you can just grab this thing and move it. So how this works is, if I wanted like a 60-degree angle and I'm doing like selfie mode, or maybe I'm doing producer mode, and I can easily come here and turn this microphone around. This is so fun. So I just turn this microphone around in this little cold shoe, no problem. And then, now I'm in producer mode. So maybe I'm chasing somebody around with the nice camera on the back, and I have this going at a 60% angle, so it's just super focused on them. Or if it's them and a guest, I can go wider, or I can go all the way wide, and then I can turn the camera. I can turn it like this, for instance, or I can turn the microphone like this. Let's see. All right, so here's how I would turn it. Cool. So if I was doing an interview and I wasn't on camera, but I just wanted to talk to somebody and interview them, maybe I'm a field journalist or whatever, I could put the camera on them, and I could ask them a question, it's going to pick up from this side, and then they're going to answer, it's going to pick up from this side. Super, super cool device. This is one of my favorite ones to use. Lots of functionality in the app. Here's a limiter, compressor, high pass filter, equalizer, all the things. So you have everything you need right there in the app. And then also you can monitor it with the headphone out right there. So if you're in producer mode, once again, so producer mode, selfie mode, interview mode, lots of different ways to use this kit. It's a great, just folds up, wraps up into this little case, and then you can take it on the road with you. I keep it in my bag at all times because you never know when you're going to need some good quality audio. And I've actually used it outside while my neighbor was mowing his yard, and I was shooting product video, and I was like, this is a dud. Like, this isn't gonna work. And sure enough, it worked, and it was awesome. So anyway, there's that, the Shure MV88 video kit, and they got a 10% off of that right now as well. It's in the carousel. And if you're not following on Amazon, be sure to go follow. Go to dillbilly.live and check out our Amazon store if you haven't done that already. I was getting a text message from my friend Monty that was on the live just a minute ago. But anyway, if you haven't, be sure to follow the channel here if you want to check us out. We do a lot of product videos. We work with a lot of different brands, a lot of different products, and it's trying to have a lot of fun, as much fun as possible. So I'm going to put this back up into the case, and once again, you can see this is just like a little case here to just slap stuff in, and then you just roll it back up. I feel like a doctor. And these are all my little doctor tools. You just slap this thing back together. And this is a nice little carry case right there. So there it is. That fits right into my bag, and that's where it goes. So if you're a content creator, that might be something to check out. I put these in the carousel. I talked about these a little bit earlier on in the stream. I do use the Rode Wireless Go 2s. These things have been workhorses. I love them because I can connect USB with the receiver right into my computer. My computer recognizes it, and then all you have to do is turn on this microphone, the transmitter, and clip it right to my shirt. And they also have like a magnet situation where you can put it inside. Now this works really great. All these little clip-on mics work really great with button-up shirts and things like that. So if you're conducting interviews or whatnot, and then you can also run lapel microphones to these. Now these don't come with a lapel microphone. You got to buy one separately, and they also just come with a couple dead cats or the little fluffy thing on top for wind resistance, wind noise, and then the charge cables. So it actually comes with these little USB-C charge cables. It doesn't come with a case or anything. Now I think there's some third-party charging cases out there you can check out, but I do recommend these. They're really cool, and you can record right to this device as well. So I want to put them in there, let you know I do like them a lot, and give them a big thumbs up. Speaking of lapel, here is an MVL clip-on microphone that Shure sent to me. Excuse me. And I am going to find it in the carousel and tap on it. So it's originally $86. It's 28% off right now for $62. And I've never opened this before, so I'm going to open it right now as we're kind of hanging out here and see what's up with this. So let me get my handy dandy box cutter and cut a little slit here. And let's open this thing up and see what comes in the box, because I have yet to open it. I just got it maybe like a week or so ago. And so this is pretty cool. All right, this is a nice little case. A lot of paperwork inside of there, probably like warranty information and whatnot. I'm not going to pull that out. I could, if you guys want me to, let me know. I'll pull it out and read it to you. We can sit in here for like 3 hours and do that. But let's see what else is in here, what's included. So nice little carry satchel. This is pretty neat. They've included that. It's really good quality. And then you have your lapel. Okay, so this is pretty cool. So this is going to be used for your vlogging, mobile journalism. This is a 3.5 millimeter, and this is TRRS, so it just means it basically has 3 lines. So left, right headphone, and then a mic. So you can plug this into your phone and test it, or plug it into your phone, and it says made for vlogging and mobile journalism. So this is pretty cool. Okay, so let me see something here. I have one of those cables, so let me try this. I have the adapter. Now, if you have an iPhone, you're going to need the adapter. And then let's try this. Let's go ahead and let's just do voice memo. There we go. And I'm going to pull this out, and I'm just going to keep it simple. I'll just keep it rolled up, that way I don't make a mess. I'm the person who when I unroll something, I just start pulling, and then it turns into a big knot. Okay, so this is a microphone right there, pretty neat. And this is the little gator style clamp. So I imagine I just want to pop this onto here, if my memory serves me right of how these work. So you can see there's like a little groove in there, and I just pop that right in there. And then this is the wind cover. Nice little plastic piece on the bottom. That's always nice. I hate when I get a microphone like this and that little piece is all crushed up and you got to kind of figure it out. Now, once again, this is not going to be great because I'm wearing a t-shirt. I'm not made for lapels and fancy audio gear. All right, so now I'm going to plug this in. And I'm just going to see if this will do the trick here. All right. So it's not giving me any warnings or anything. Check 1 2. Check 1 2. I'm going to touch it. Check, check. I'm testing the MVL clip-on microphone. All right. We'll see what this sounds like. Check 1 2. Check 1 2. I'm going to touch it. Okay, so it was picking up the audio. Check, check. I'm testing the MVL clip-on microphone. Okay, so that sounds really good. I mean, that's just right out of the box. I'm not sure. Actually, let me try one more thing. I'm gonna try the Motive. Hope you guys are doing good, because I'm gonna try the Motive audio app. I don't think that this will recognize this device, but there's only one way to find out. No, I don't think it's going to. Hold on, maybe it will. Nope. It's giving me like a list of devices here. Okay, so this isn't gonna work with that. Check, check, check. Okay, but you can record in their app, so that's pretty cool. And you can select which format you want within their app as well. Once again, their apps are amazing. The only difference is, like, unless I'm not 100% sure how this works, which I think I'm pretty sure how this works. There's no way to select this microphone. You can see they got a plethora of devices that you can connect to this. Now, if I had like a USB one of these, I could probably plug in, one of the other microphones to this and make it work that way. But anyway, this is the MVL clip-on microphone, and this is for vlogging, mobile journalism. It's got a 3.5 millimeter, and we just tested it, opened it up live, and tested it, and it works on my phone. Checked it in the voice memo. So this is great if you are, once again, out in the field doing mobile journalism, or maybe you want to take this and interview somebody. You could technically, you don't have to clip it on your shirt. You could, hey, how's it going? I'm doing good. How are you? Oh, I'm doing good. Thanks for asking. Whatever. You can do that. Another trick you could do is if you wanted to, I don't know. I mean, you could technically tape this like to another microphone or some kind of microphone looking device and use it that way. Anyway, all kinds of ways to use a lapel mic. And then these will also work in devices like the Rode Wireless Go 2 here, and then also the Mono wireless system I showed you earlier. It'll work in that too. So really cool. Thanks for sending that over. Sure, if you guys are watching, I appreciate it. This is really cool. Very good construction. I'm excited. First glance, I'm pretty excited, and I'm going to keep it nice and tidy and put it back in this cool little leather pouch here and put it in my desk drawer. Actually, that might go in my bug out bag as well. My bug out bag. My podcast, whatever stuff I'm putting in my bag and just put it in there and use it. That's where it's gonna go. All right, cool. Let's see what else we got going on in the carousel. I've been going for a little while here, over just a little over an hour. Okay, I talked about my bag a lot, so let me show you this bag real quick. The company sent this over, like a lot of stuff that I've talked about today. And this thing is super, super cool. I'll try not to be too much of a nerd about it because I do like it quite a bit. But this thing is got a lot of front pockets. So you got storage all over the place. So you got little small pockets, and they just keep getting bigger as you go. As you can see here, I have some power cables and connection cables. I'll show you that in just a second. And then here's another, pocket, whatever. So plenty of storage on here, plenty of storage down inside of here as well. There's another pocket right there. And this is where, actually, while I'm at it, I'll just go ahead and put this back in there. So I'll just go ahead and put this back in that spot. So that's where I normally keep it. And yeah, so I'll put it right there and then zip that up. So there that goes. But don't just leave me. Yeah, this bag is super cool. You think it's just a simple bag, but this thing is great. So anyway, right here is cool because you can pop this out, and there's handles that come out of here on each side, so you can carry it like this as well as this. So this is a backpack, so you can turn it one way or the other, carry it like this, or you can carry it like that. And when you're not using these, you just tuck them down in here. So that's pretty cool. And then when you're not using the backpack part, let me unroll this. When you're not using it on the backpack part, you actually switch over here. You can actually take these off. You just unclamp that, and then you tuck them down into this pouch. So that's how that works. That's the magic trick of this bag, which is super cool. And then you just tuck this inside of here, just like so. So if you're looking for a little laptop bag, this thing is awesome. I think that's all the magic tricks. I reviewed this a little while ago, so I can't remember all of them. But now, now I'm just a regular bag. And then the inside, let's show you the inside real quick. Large capacity, so you can see there, I got a pen. Oh, I didn't know that was in there. Oh, that's the USB one. I'm gonna actually leave that out. I forgot I put that in there. But anyway, this is where I keep my laptop. So you can put your laptop here. I keep my iPad in here, and then I got another big capacity one here where I keep my portable monitors. So if I have a portable monitor, I can put it in there. Super cool bag. The company sent it over for me to check out. So yeah, I love that thing. Anyway, there you go. There's the magic bag, little magic trick bag. And then I'm just going to fix it so I don't forget while I'm here hanging out, while you guys hit that follow button. If you're watching on Amazon, if you're watching anywhere else, head over to dillbilly.live and come check out the Amazon live stream. If you're not familiar with Amazon Live, it's where people like myself, who are Amazon Live influencers, creators, have access to go live, to create short form video that lands on product pages, all that fun stuff. So it's a lot of fun. Work with a lot of different brands and get to do cool stuff like this and show off product and help you make a buying decision. If it's is this a good product? Is it not? I'm the test dummy. Yay! And so anyway, it's a lot of fun. So be sure to follow the channel on Amazon or wherever you're watching and checking it out. All right, couple things. The Evercross EV08E. Now, I did away with my tripod, so I'm going to hold this thing. I'm going to just switch over here and show this thing to you real quick. There it is. This is the Evercross EV08. The company sent this over. This scooter is awesome. I love this thing. It goes like 19 miles an hour. Now, I think out of the box, it does like 15 miles an hour. But then you can change it where it'll go 19 miles an hour. So that thing is super dope. A lot of fun to ride. It has manual brakes right there on the back, but you don't really want to use those. You really want to reserve that because those wheels are like solid, so you don't want to wear them down too much. But it actually has little handbrake up there as well. Not a handbrake. It's like a magnetic brake for the front tire. But anyway, that thing is super cool. Folds down. Will actually fit into a duffel bag, and then you can just carry it around with you. So I ride that thing from here. There's a coffee shop across the road. It's across a 4-lane road. Safety first, kids. Safety first. I get on that thing and book it. Get behind a car at the red light and go over, grab a cup of coffee. I ride it to the convenience store near our neighborhood all the time. I ride it in the Christmas parade in our neighborhood. So that's pretty fun. So we had a little Christmas parade. I love that thing. So that's the EV, or the Evercross EV08E. I think it has like a 20-mile range. So you can ride that thing for like 20 miles before the battery goes dead. So once again, I'll show that to you. And I keep it in my office for the most part and ride that thing. It's so much fun. And it, like I said, it breaks down pretty small, fits in a little duffel bag. Great. That's a great gift after the holidays for you. For yourself. That's a great way to spend your Amazon gift cards. Is one of those things. Yeah, riding one of those, I'm just like this. Because it's just so much fun. I can't deal with it. So anyway, if you're looking for an electric scooter, I'd definitely give that one a thumbs up. Now, I will say the handlebars feel a little bit weak, but I haven't had them do anything because they do like kind of weirdly pull out and fold in. I haven't had anything like bad happen. You know, they feel not sturdy, but they're fine. And I've ridden that thing so fast. I mean, I've hit some pretty good chug holes in that thing too. Anyway, it's a lot of fun. It's got a flashlight or a light on the front of it if you want to ride at night or whatever. Just wear a helmet. I don't wear a helmet, but you can wear a helmet. Anyway, all right, let's see what else we got going on in the carousel. Let's see. I got my guitar in there. Get a little Taylor GS Mini. That's this guitar right here. If you want to request a song, I don't really take requests, so I probably won't play it. But I love that thing. It's super cool, super small. I got it one so I could play it, but also my wife and my son. When my son gets older, if he wants to play it, it's really a small body guitar, and so they can play it. I mean, if they come to my office, because it's where I keep it. Because it looks super cool, sounds super good. It's a Taylor. That's all you need to know. And it's Koa wood. So I will say this about. One second. I will say this about these guitars. This particular model, these are Koa wood, so they're not ever going to look the same. You're probably not going to get a pattern that looks the same, and so whichever pattern that you get when they ship it to you, it's going to be super unique to you. Now this is the one with the with this system here, so you can tune it. It's got tonality adjustments, tuner. It takes those little CR 2032s or 3032s or whatever batteries. Got a little input jack here or output, so you can plug it into a PA system or whatnot. So sounds pretty good. Yeah, it doesn't sound too bad. I'm curious to see how it sounds through this microphone since and it's pretty small, so I can see here. Oh, just bumped my arm at my desk. I'm curious to see how that sounds. That's the reason I'm playing it so much through this microphone. Now you've just joined my audio test with this, what is that thing called? A Synco Mic D2 and my Taylor GS Mini. For such a small guitar and such a small body guitar, I'm actually really impressed with the sound of this thing. So there's like really getting on it. Now once again, I don't know what this sounds like. I'm checking my audio levels, so I think it sounds okay. Let me know in the chat if it sounds okay, if it's like, dude, turn that thing off. yeah, pretty good guitar, even when you get on it, you know. If I could play, that's great. Yeah, even when you play like bar chords or whatever. Yeah, okay, cool. Anyway, so there you go. That's what this thing sounds like. Really cool. It's a Koa back and sides. I think this is a maple neck. If I'm not, yeah, I think this is a maple neck if I'm not mistaken. And the cool thing is, well, there's a whole story, and you should look it up and check it out. I think Bob Taylor of Taylor Guitars had a lot to do with this, but there's all these blonde streaks in this ebony wood for the fretboard, and there's like a reason why. And if I'm not mistaken, I think the story goes, not that you care, but maybe you do, that maybe Bob Taylor went, I think it was Bob Taylor. I'm giving somebody credit, maybe the wrong person. But anyway, went to where they harvest this type of wood and noticed that there's like a ton of it just laying on the ground. And he was like, why is all this wood laying on the ground? And they're like, well, it's just not, it doesn't pass the test. It's not solid black or whatever. And then he was like, nah, forget it. Like, we don't care. So anyway, that's why you see all these blonde streaks now with all these guitar necks. Pretty cool. So anyhow, all right, so there's a little Taylor GS Mini. This thing is awesome. There's the stand that it's on in the carousel as well. I can't really say too much about the stand. I just put it on there and it works. So that's good. And then it just clips right in. So I keep mine in my office most of the time. So anyway, that's a little GS Mini. That thing is super awesome. All right, I'm going to look through the carousel. I have been live for an hour and 14 minutes, almost 15 minutes. And let's see, I just want to make sure I covered everything. So we talked about those wireless mics. We talked about the Rock Pals, portable generators, super good products. The Aonic 40s, the MVI digital audio by Shure, the MV88 Plus Media Kit, the Mono products. Let's see, I think we talked about, the Sony ZV-1. I'll talk about this camera real quick. And I have 1, 2, and 3 of these cameras, and I got another one in the other room. And the reason why I love these cameras so much is, one, they are, let me see if I can get a shot of this to show you. So these are fixed lenses. So these are like zoom lenses, so you can't change out the lens, which is, if you're a photographer, if you're into photography, then I probably would not recommend this. But for me, for live streaming, for vlogging, it's incredible. So you can see it's a pretty wide shot. So you can zoom out, and then you can also zoom in. Let me see, I'm gonna mess all this up. There we go. So don't want to zoom in that much, but it's just a fixed lens, so it's zoom in, zoom out, kind of point and shoot camera. I love it for the autofocus feature. So I do a lot of product videos, as I mentioned, and I can just easily do, like this, and it has this product recognition feature on it, and it will just recognize the product and it will focus on it. So I love it for those reasons. Now I'm streaming right now in 720p over USB. So Amazon will only let you stream 720p, and I'm streaming over USB. Now it does have HDMI out, so you can go HDMI in, out into one of those little HDMI to USB converters and get a really nice clean signal. You can do 4K. A couple things you want to do in the settings if you do get one. You want to make sure that there's like it's like some kind of heat setting. You want to make sure you put it on high. That way it doesn't like get hot and shut down. Now I run dummy batteries in mine, so they're plugged into the wall and they just turn on and they work. I don't change out batteries or anything like that, but the batteries are pretty small. So you do have really small batteries. So once again, if you're gonna get one for vlogging, I would totally, and basically, like, if I was holding this camera, this is gonna be, the shot essentially. Like, I can vlog right there, like holding the camera right where it's at. But the batteries are a little bit small, so maybe you want to grab a few of those if you're going to do like YouTube or something like that, or like make vlog videos. I would definitely grab one of these. But for live streaming, it's great because it does have a USB streaming feature, and then also you can turn on a setting where it'll charge the camera while it's doing the USB stream, so you don't necessarily have to have a dummy battery. However, I work all day and I leave these things on all day long. Good, bad, I don't know, but I'm typically, I'm not turning them on and off between shooting products. They just stay on. And I noticed that after about 3 hours on the USB streaming feature, it just stopped charging the battery and they would die. However, if you're streaming and you're like, I'm gonna stream for an hour or 2 or 3, then sure, you probably don't need those. But in my use case, I get the dummy batteries because I just leave them on all the time. They're on more than they are off, so that's just want to mention that. All right, so let's see. I think I've talked about every single thing. I did put a capo in there, a little cut capo for the guitar. If you've never seen that cut capo or heard it, you should check it out. And I actually have no idea where mine cut capo is. Maybe it's in the bag. Otherwise, I would have played it. Okay, cool. So I've talked about everything in the carousel. If you have any questions, I'm about to end this live stream here in a couple of minutes. But once again, appreciate you jumping on, checking it out. If you're not following me on Amazon, if you're watching somewhere else, head over to dillbilly.live and you can follow my channel over there and you can see all the videos I upload. And we work with a lot of different brands and products and have a lot of fun. So this is Dillbilly HQ. This is the headquarters of our channel, and we have other people who create on our channel as well and help us make videos and things like that. And you might be seeing my wife soon, so that's she's getting into it. I think she likes it, and it's gonna make some more videos, which I'm super excited about. So be sure to follow the channel as we're gonna broaden some of the stuff that we talk about. And if I'm going live, I'm typically talking about this kind of gear. So if you like podcasting, live streaming, doing any of that, I've been podcasting for several years as a career, as a job, as a full-time content creator. And so I would love to answer any questions that you have about that. And I'm not a know-it-all pro about all this stuff, but I've tinkered enough to know at least how to get it to work and make this stream happen and record a podcast every single week. So once again, thank you so much. Thank you, Eliu, over on Facebook for jumping on. Thank you for Monty and Tiffany and Gary for following me, and Computer Pal for saying hello over on Amazon. You guys are awesome. Hope you've had a wonderful holiday. I don't know if I'll see you again before New Year's, maybe not. But if not, have fun, be safe, and have a great New Year. And we'll talk to you guys a little later.